All right, let's wait. Let's get this thing up. All right. We are ready to go. This is Winning Cures Everything. I'm your host, Gary Seegers. Welcome in. It's the Friday show. Not a whole lot of gambling picks tonight, but I will have some on the website tomorrow. Let's go through the rundown. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. You can follow me at Gary WCE on Twitter. You can follow the show, Facebook.com/WinningCuresEverything. You can follow us at Winning Cures on Twitter. As always, the website, WinningCuresEverything.com. Go check out all that. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube as well, if you would, so kindly. We appreciate all of you. Here's the rundown. Only 2 topics today. I'm going to make it a shorter show. It's Friday. Everybody wants to get out of the office. Everybody wants to go home. So we're talking ticket brokers that don't want a particular Super Bowl matchup. So we'll talk about that. And we're talking the UFC on ESPN Plus #1. Now, if you follow the show, if you've listened to the podcast over the years, Chris and I both are pretty big UFC fans. We're your average fans, right? And I am all bought in on this. So we are ESPN Plus subscribers. We love this. So we're going to jump into that. And then I'm going to give you 4 college basketball picks for this evening. We went 5-0 last night. 5-0 against the number. We're back up to 51, 40-1 on the season. That is better than 55%. I think it's actually over 56%. So we're going to try and add to that this evening. Let's go on and jump in. Let's talk about the show this weekend, actually. Hollywood Casino this Sunday. I think you guys are going to love it. If you will, come out. If not, we're on YouTube. We will be broadcasting live at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. Hang out, watch the show. We're going to preview both the NFC and the AFC championship games. But we will be at Hollywood Casino. There's food and drink specials all day. We'll be there around 11 o'clock in the morning to set up. We're going to shake hands, tell everybody we can thank you. Hopefully we'll meet some of you guys out there. It's going to be a good time. We're going to tell you what you need to bet on, and I cannot wait. It's going to be a good day, a lot of fun football, a lot of fun things to do there at the casino. So Hollywood Casino in Tunica this Sunday, January 20th, around 11 o'clock in the morning, and we go live at 12:30. The show will run until about 1:30. The game kicks off at 2 on the biggest projector screen in Tunica at Hollywood Casino. The show, as always, brought to you by Tunica, Mississippi, the South's premier sports gambling destination. They have got 6 incredible sports books down there. You can find more information on them at tunicatravel.com. Let's fire into this thing. Ticket brokers, they have one particular matchup that they do not want to see at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta for Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm sure that you can guess which one. Now, it may be completely different from what television packages want, right? The NFL TV guys might prefer the Rams and the Patriots. You've got the old guard with Belichick, who is the old genius. Then you've got the new genius with Sean McVay. You've got 2 gigantic cities, 2 gigantic media markets with LA and Boston. Not as many people in New Orleans or Kansas City. However, here are the reasons that they do not want that matchup. Ticket brokers now. Ticket brokers do not want that. This would be the Patriots' 9th Super Bowl in the last 17 years, and it would be their 3rd straight Super Bowl. At some point, people just get tired of paying for the tickets, right? The lowest get-in price right now is $3,900. Now, I would imagine that would actually go down if the Patriots make it back, but it depends on who they're playing, right? It would be their 3rd straight Super Bowl. I mean, that's ludicrous. That's so ridiculous. That's Buffalo Bills stuff from the 90s, only the Patriots win, right? Didn't win last year, but the Rams, they are still building a fan base. They were almost at a disadvantage at home against the Cowboys. Makes no sense. Atlanta's a long trip from L.A. Obviously, it's going to be tough to get diehard Rams fans. Super Bowl is a corporate event anyway. I'm sure a lot of corporate guys would love to see the Rams, but as far as diehard fans that could actually push the ticket price up for these brokers, they don't want the Rams there. You do want Kansas City because it is their first Super Bowl since 1970 and their third ever appearance. They will travel to the end of the earth to watch this game. There are diehard Kansas City fans that have been waiting almost 50 years for this moment. So if they can get past the Patriots, they will absolutely buy as many tickets as humanly possible. Next up, New Orleans. It would only be their second Super Bowl appearance, and that's a short trip from New Orleans to Atlanta. They would absolutely make that trip. Saints against the Chiefs would be a hard ticket to get in Atlanta, Georgia. I guarantee you that. Let's jump into the next topic. UFC on ESPN Plus 1. I am pumped about it. The ESPN Plus thing is actually pretty cool, the subscription. It's $5 a month, not a whole lot. And if the UFC is going to give us some pretty decent fights, I'm okay with it. I use it for college basketball gambling. You can't find games anywhere else between Iona and Marist or whoever, right? So ESPN Plus is the way to go for that. This matchup between Henry Cejudo and TJ Dillashaw is fantastic. It's for the flyweight title. Dillashaw is the bantamweight champion. He actually came down from 135 to 125. The reason that this matters is because UFC and Dana White might just do away with the flyweight division if Dillashaw beats Cejudo. Cejudo won the belt off Demetrius Johnson, and then they traded away Demetrius Johnson to One Victus or One Prime, One whatever it is, some other fighting corporation, company. And they just got rid of their best flyweight. Johnson was never marketable. He was the champ for like 10 years. Nobody could ever beat him. And then Cejudo beats him in a decision. And as soon as Cejudo gets the belt, he immediately challenges the bantamweight fighter for his own belt. This is for the flyweight belt. He didn't go up in class. He stayed at 125. So I'll give you my pick here in a second, but there's a new championship belt. Ariel Helwani is the one that brought up the flyweight division possibly being gone because there's just not that many marketable people. They want more 135s, I would imagine. It's not as much fun to watch because there's not as many marketable guys. I'll tell you this. Cejudo brought a snake to the press conference, and he whips this thing out of a bag, and this thing's going crazy, and he slaps the thing on the ground and then pulls it back up and then throws it out to some trainer out in the crowd. It was pretty awesome. I got to tell you, it was fun to see. But neither here nor there, they might still get rid of the flyweight division. If they do, anybody that's 125 would have to come up to 135, and that's going to be tough for guys like Cejudo, who is 5'4" and weighs right at 125 pounds. Like, these are small guys. Either way, there is a new championship belt, like I was saying. It is newly redone. It's really nice looking. It looks cool. And Conor McGregor tweeted a picture of the belt, and he said, okay, I'm back. Like, I'm coming back. And that would be awesome. There's talk of a possible Cowboy Cerrone against Conor McGregor fight. I doubt that that's going to come to fruition because McGregor's going to have the biggest fight. It'd probably be against Tony Ferguson for whoever would get to face Habib next. But either way, that doesn't have anything to do with this weekend. The co-main event in this is Greg Hardy against Alan Crowder. Now, Greg Hardy, former NFL player, was eventually kicked out of the league, I think, because of domestic violence charges and whatnot. He's been arrested multiple times for it. They brought him back to the UFC. Dana White says he's paid his price. We're going to bring him in. If he's good enough, we're going to keep him around. He's 3-0 with 3 knockouts. Alan Crowder, 9-3 as a heavyweight. So he's been around for a little while. But he is, I got to tell you, Greg Hardy is a massive favorite in this. He's like minus 550 to win this thing. I was shocked at that number. Crowder with more experience. Now, Hardy has got his punches are serious. Serious stuff. I'm curious to see how he does in this fight. It will be riveting to watch, I would imagine. But the Cejudo and Dillashaw fight, that is where it's at. That is, I mean, that's a great main event. These are two guys with a lot of ego, a lot of personality. It's going to be a good time. It's on ESPN Plus. $5 for a subscription. Go check that thing out. Let's jump into the basketball picks. I got 4 of them for you tonight. We went 5-0 last night. I went 4-3 the night before. 2 of these are the same game, so we're just going to go on and knock those out. I got Ohio at Toledo. We're going under 144.5. The market drove this way up. Now, I got these lines a little bit earlier. I'm just now sitting down to do the show, so I'm not sure what the line has moved to. But 144.5 was a little bit too much. Both of these teams are pretty good defensive teams. 144.5, basically you're saying it's going to be 74-70. That's 144 points. That sounds about right. Right? I'm guessing 70-67, 74-65, somewhere around there. That will get you the under every time. Along with that, I'm taking Toledo minus the 8.5. Ohio has lost 4 out of their last 6. They've gone 2-7 against the spread in their last 9. This is not a team that is trending in the right direction. Toledo, on the other hand, they are absolutely trending in the right direction. They've got a good defensive team. Ohio, I don't think is going to score a ton of points tonight. I think Toledo covers that 8.5. Game number 3, Maryland +3 at Ohio State. Now, I was torn on this initially, but Maryland 4-0 against the spread on the road. Ohio State 3-7 against the spread at home. Ohio State, they have lost 3 straight. They do not look good right now. Maryland has won 6 straight. I think that those streaks continue. I think the trend continues. Maryland is a really, really, really good basketball team. Ohio State, once they have gotten into tougher competition, has not proven to be so. I'm rolling with the Terps in this one +3. I think they probably win the game outright, but I will take the security. I will take the +3. If they lose by 2 or 1, I'm in the clear. Game number 4, last one. Iona -5.5 against Marist. Again, I thought long and hard about this one, but it's one of those where you get into league play and you figure out who's actually good and who's not. Iona has won and covered 3 out of 4. Marist has lost and failed to cover 3 out of the last 4. It's a tale of 2 different teams, right? Neither one very good records. I think Marist is 6-10, Iona's 5-10, but Iona has won 3 of their last 4 and covered those games. Marist, not so much. Once they got into conference play, not so good. I'm rolling with Iona -5.5 at home tonight. I like it. As always, you can go find the picks over at winningcureseverything.com/gambling-picks or just winningcureseverything.com. You can find the gambling picks page in the navigation bar. Again, this Sunday, January 20th, we're at Hollywood Casino. Live show starts at 12:30. We'll be there at 11. Food and drink specials all day. The games will be on the biggest screen in Tunica, 12-foot by 24-foot. You don't get any bigger than that. We're setting up in the stage bar. Come hang out with us. Let us shake your hand. Let us tell you thank you for supporting the show. We really do appreciate you guys and everything that you do. You can follow us on Twitter at Winning Cures. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/winningcureseverything. Follow me at Gary WCE. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We appreciate everything you guys do. We will see you guys on Sunday.